coming to our 20th annual community lunch. Please stand up for the presentation of the colors. Zan, will you please come here and lead us with the Pledge of Allegiance?
Honor guard, present, pose.
Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for the retirement of the colors.
Honor guard, shoulder, pose. Forward, push. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Left, go left, go left, go left, go left, go 3, 4.
Good morning, everybody. As you can tell, once again, we are on Arabic time because there's only half of the people here that are supposed to be here. So that's why we say it starts at 11 o'clock and it's getting closer to 12 by then. All the rest of the community should show up on time. But welcome to those of you that are on our time and we're on time. So once again, I want to wish you all a very good morning. And thank you all for attending the 20th Annual St. Patrick's Day celebration here in Teague. I marched yesterday, Kenny. We marched yesterday up in Yonkers, right? It's St. Patrick's month, ladies and gentlemen. No, so I'm only kidding. We may pray a little differently, dress a little bit differently, speak a little differently, but mostly today we gather to share our similarities and the parts of our lives that bind us together as one. Through the help of the American Muslim Union, we're asked to look at ourselves and our potential for service to our community. As beacons of service to the community, we will be honoring 3 terrific Americans. Our Attorney General, Rabir Graywall. Police Chief, Joseph Madden. But certainly not least, our county executive, the County of Bergen, James Tedesco. Who used to be my mayor, but all that good stuff. So we have a handful of speakers, as you know. Maybe that's why people are late. I don't know. But we have an austere group of community leaders that are going to speak to you a little bit about the importance of the collaboration that we have as Americans. And what I heard best in the Pledge of Allegiance, once again, is that we are one nation under God. We are in this together, regardless of the color of our skin, the religion that we pray to, those of us that are monotheistic, right, that are here. But all of us have one goal in mind, to take care of our families, to work as hard as we can in the achievement of the American dream, and all of you are testament to achieving that American dream. And I thank you all for being here and supporting the American Muslim Union, who obviously are bringing us all together to ensure that our communities are better than they were yesterday. There's so much going on in the news today that you all are the difference that can be made in tomorrow. To ensure that our children are safe in our schools, to ensure that our college campuses allow for open discourse, whether it's a march or it's a protest or what have you, we should support their First Amendment right to free speech. We should be ensuring that they are heard, even if we don't agree with their position. And that's what makes America great. America is great because of organizations like the American Muslim Union, and certainly it's even greater because of each and every one of you. So with that, I would like to bring up Imam Walid Hamza. All right? Speak up.
Here we are.
Second, we have Friday on.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لو أنزلنا هذا القرآن على جبل لرأيته خاشعا متصدعا من خشية الله. تلك الأمثال نضربها للناس لعلهم يتفكرون. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لا أقسم بهذا البلد وأنت حل بهذا البلد ووالد وما ولد لقد خلقنا الإنسان في كبد. أيحسب أن لن يقدر عليه أحد. يقول أهلكت مالا لبدا أيحسب أن لم يره أحد. ألم نجعل له عينين ولسانا وشفتين وهديناه النجدين. ألم نجعل له عينين ولسانا وشفتين وهديناه النجدين فلاقتحم العقبة وما أدراك ما العقبة. فك رقبة أو إطعام في يوم ذي مسغبة يتيما ذا مقربة أو مسكينا ذا متربة ثم كان من ثم كان من الذين آمنوا وتواصوا بالصبر وتواصوا بالمرحمة أولئك أصحاب الميمنة صدق الله العظيم. السلام عليكم.
The title of the chapter that was just recited is The Town. We have created man into hardship. However, we have certainly made for him a pair of eyes to distinguish from right and wrong. We have certainly made for him a tongue and a pair of lips to speak the truth and stand for justice. We have certainly shown him the two ways, good and bad. We have certainly taught him how to feed the hungry. We have certainly taught him how to help the orphan and support the poor and those in need. Then he became one of those who gives back and supports one another, and one of those who has the commitment to serve the community through piety and compassion. The civic engagement of the Muslims must be based on justice. Allah says in the Quran, "O you who believe, stand out firmly for justice as witnesses to Allah, even though it be against yourselves, your parents, or your kin, be he rich or poor. Allah is a best protector to both. So follow not the lusts of your hearts, lest you may avoid justice. And if you distort your witnesses or refuse to give it, verily, Allah is ever well acquainted with what you do."
Nervous. I don't know who's taping what, right? Thank you. That was beautiful. Obviously, the lyrical version sounds a little better than the English, but the words are nonetheless important and perfect for today. So thank you for sharing those parts. Beautiful. And our welcome remarks. 20 years ago, a man who has become a friend to all of us in the room, Muhammad Yunus, decided that he wanted to make a difference. So he and friends, with support from his amazing wife, Mervit, started the American Muslim Union to bring us all together, to shine a light on the injustices in our community and shine a brighter light on how, working together, we can be a better community. So with that, I want to bring up the founder of the Association of the American Muslim Union, Muhammad Yunus.
Assalamu alaikum. Really, it's beautiful to see all of you here in this room. And I want to thank everyone who taking the time this morning to come to be here. Thank you very much. But I have really some special thanks for three people. They've been a close friend for a long time, and they've been with me in most of my events. One of them, my dear friend, Congress Bill Baskrell. I know him since I started this program 20 years ago, and he never missed. He's been with me all the time. Anytime I need any help or any of the community, I always run to him, and they never fail me. Also, my dear friend, the champ of the Bergen County, the sheriff, the big sheriff, Sudino. That's it. Him and his wife been good friends to us for a long time. Also, Sheriff what town? I forgot. Bassett County is Well, it's what do you expect, you know? It's also been great friend for a long time. Let me tell you a little bit about 20 years ago when the 9/11 started, and there was nobody know anything about Muslim, and it was really difficult because it's somebody. I told the people, they do not know us, and what are you expecting for them to do? You want them to come to us, or we have to tell them about ourselves? And that's when we started the AMU. And was really not easy, because I remember that time when I went to even a young guy, he said, "Who are you? Look at the name." Most of the New Jersey government is here. I know all of them by name, they know me by name. You know, the relationship, because you see, sometimes we scared to know each other, scared to try to reach to each other, you know, which is the best way is to do, to reach, try to talk, try to get to know each other. That's basically what all AMU all about. What I try to do with AMU, I try to do that. One thing I want to thank my wife, because she is the one, she did all this work, and she is really the main one for all this work we're doing. Thank you very much.
These 20 years, you and your team. Members of the American Muslim Union Executive Board, could you stand up to be recognized for all your hard work? Members of the Executive Board of AMU. And a round of applause for all the volunteers that helped put this all together today. You might not see them in here, but thank you to the volunteers. And lastly, I always try to remember, especially after the Honor Guard comes in, and they did a fantastic job. A round of applause for the Bergen County Sheriff's Honor Guard, please. You know, we all serve in different ways, but America could not be America without the strength of its military. Those that are serving today here and abroad, and those that have served. So if you have served in the United States military, please stand up to be recognized and thanked for your contribution to our freedom. Thank you. Thank you. Bill Pasquale is the last living member of the World War I. No, only kidding, Bill. Only kidding. You guys did good, though. No. You got to have a little fun. God bless them. So, next up, and forget about what's on here. You know, we're changing this minute to minute, so just bear with us as folks come and go. And but I'd like to bring up Muhammad Amin, Esquire, for AMU remarks, the attorney for AMU. Muhammad.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Good morning, esteemed guests and honorees here today. I'd first like to thank you all for joining us today as we partake in our 20th annual AMU lunch. Without your support throughout the years, this lunch would not be possible. So, as we jump into today's theme, it hits close to home, actually. Today's theme and our goal is our future is local and get involved. As we thrive to achieve that goal, there's no better starting point, and there's actually no better means to an end than today's community lunch. So members of the New Jersey Muslim community, please look around. Introduce yourselves to your local elected officials and appointed officials and members of law enforcement, members of government, whether appointed or elected, members of law enforcement, meet the New Jersey Muslim community. We've gathered members and leaders from our community from all walks of life. You have doctors, you have lawyers, you have engineers, you have college professors here, You have developers, you have small business owners, and all their families here ready to get involved. So let's work together this year so that we can achieve our singular goal. We want to achieve economic prosperity. We want to improve our safety and security. And most of all, we want to maintain our unalienable rights and freedoms that are guaranteed to us by the United States Constitution. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to start acting locally and thinking nationally and not the other way around. We have to stop this trend where we come out every 4 years to vote during the presidential election, and even then we neglect to vote for our local officials. We need to realize that local politics and government is what affects our lives directly, and not some tweet coming out of the White House. In this great state of New Jersey, we have 565 municipalities that are part of 21 counties. That's 565 different local governments and different communities. Believe it or not, that 565 municipalities is our front line of defense against tyranny. Think about it for a second. When a new leader is being appointed or elected in any other country in the world, everyone holds their breath because we're afraid that that individual might be an autocrat, a tyrant, a dictator, an oppressor that might be there for a long period of time oppressing his people and wreaking havoc on the world. Thankfully, we don't have that problem here in the United States. In this great nation, we're called the United States for a reason, because we are the United States. We are a collection of 50 democratic states with their local governments who have come together under one umbrella to meet our common goal, to protect our Constitution that gives us our unalienable rights and allows us the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So let us all update our 2018 resolution. We need all to get involved locally. And how do we get involved locally, do you say? First of all, we can all start by going into and attending our mayor and council meetings. We can attend our Board of Education meetings, our planning and zoning meetings. And you know what the biggest surprise is going to be when you start attending these meetings is that you're going to see that these local officials are your neighbors, they're your friends, they're your kids' friends' parents, they're local small business owners. So there's absolutely no reason why we as a community should not go out and attend these meetings and be involved and give our opinion and our take on important policy decisions that are going to impact our lives directly. Another thing we can do is volunteer. A lot of our towns have volunteer EMTs and volunteer firefighters. There's many members in our community here today in attendance that are volunteer firefighters and volunteer EMTs in our respective towns. So what I'm getting at is there's absolutely no reason to sit back and not get involved. Today we have a golden opportunity. We have over 100 officials here. So now's the time to introduce yourself, get your feet wet, and start working towards our 2008 New Year's resolution to get involved locally. Thank you, and God bless America.